Guys, as we sit here today, obviously we're in Portugal, in the heat of Portugal, the lovely backdrop. Have you ever had a more pleasant setting?
I leave that to Connor.
Yeah, it's been brilliant, to be fair. Obviously the running's been really tough and all the sessions have been hard, but yeah, it's a beautiful place to do it.
Obviously both of you coming to Peterborough United, you know, from the football club, it's been renowned really for its partnerships up front, and you look at like the likes of Michael Smith and Aaron McLean. I suppose you both had that. I mean, I'll speak to you first, Britt. You both had that coming into the football club. I mean, when you signed, I mean, there was a lot of money spent for your services. Did you feel the pressure when you first come to know that, you know, who you were following?
Yeah, definitely. Like, obviously, when I first came, like, obviously, it's my first ever transfer. You know, go to another team, and obviously, there is always going to be pressures. Like, no one can say that there's not going to be pressure, but I feel like when I scored my first goal, I feel like the load just came off, and you know, just from there, like, I just forgot about everything and just did what I like doing.
How important is that for a striker, Connor, to get that first goal?
Oh, massive, yeah. I mean, I got my first one relatively early, then the second one took a little while to come, but yeah, it's very, very important to get it early. I think sort of you set your stall out, show the fans what you can do, and it's obviously a big confidence boost as well.
Does it sit on your mind if you don't score? I mean, if for instance, if you go into a game and you haven't scored, you know, does it sit on your mind that you didn't score in the previous game, or are you one of those strikers that actually think, you know, I know I'm going to get in them positions, so it's just a matter of time?
Yeah, I'm definitely part of the latter group, if I'm honest. I think you need to go into games confident you're going to score, and I think if you do, then more often than not you will. So,
what camp do you sit in with that, Brett?
Yeah, the same as well. Like, you can make the best runs and not receive the ball, and then one game we can make runs and receive the balls and get in the right positions and you get tap-ins. But at the end of the day, I think you make your own luck, and you know, if it comes for you, it comes for you, and sometimes it just won't.
The difficulties for last season, I suppose, was, you know, finding a regular partnership, finding stability. I mean, did you suffer from that, Brit, last season? Did you feel that you know that there just wasn't that, you know, spark there that there should be between a partnership? Because I mean, it was always shifting and turning, wasn't it?
Like, with football, you have to adjust with everyone you play with. So I think, like, because obviously we do training together, I think that you always try to adjust with different people. You can't just like stick to one, because like when it comes to time when the person's injured or you're injured, then you're gonna have to adapt to different things. So I think I didn't mind playing with whoever I played with. So, but at the end of the day, you want to score goals. So.
And it's a competition, isn't it? I mean, do you both see that? Do you both go into? I suppose you both will go into the season, whether you tell me or not, with a set figure in your head that you would like to score. Connor?
Nah, I'm not too sure really. I've sort of thought about a ballpark figure, but
as long as it's more than him.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, that's going to be a struggle, to be fair. So no, it's good. It's good for the club, and it's good for both of us, I think, and for all the strikers at the club. If that healthy competition, obviously, we've been doing it in training with Strax, sort of keeping a tally and whatever of who scores the most in training. So
what are we at the moment?
I'm not too sure. There's been too many, to be fair. Don't tell the goalkeepers that. But, yeah, I think it's just brilliant for the whole club, to be honest. If we're all sort of trying to beat each other. So.
What about you, Britt? What's your target?
Nicky still owes me £100.
Really? What for?
Because at Christmas he said he'll score the most goals. And, no, I did. So.
He bet you £100 on that.
Yeah. So,
why haven't you took it already?
I'm still waiting for him to come up to me.
What's your target? What's your target for this season?
Nah, no targets. Just like last season, no targets. I just go with the flow.
Is that rubbish?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
And obviously, well, when Connor, you signed in January. When there's news of a new signing, a new striker coming, I mean, how does it feel for you personally? Because obviously, there's a lot of hype between you for you coming into the football club. You know, you made your name in non-league, and that's what the football club base their grounds on. When you know that someone like Connor's coming into the club, does it make you up your game, or does it actually make you think, you know, brilliant, I've got a top-class striker that I could partner with?
Yeah, it definitely makes you up your game, because then obviously if you feel like you have to be on your toes, you know, because obviously the gaffer's thinking of bringing someone in your position, so you have to obviously step up your game, obviously, to try to keep your position.
And Connor, coming into the club, obviously you would have been aware that Britt was at the football club. So does that make you think, right, listen, I know what qualities I've got, and I've got to stick to those qualities, or even up them qualities to match and assist Britt?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think coming into the club, knowing how many goals obviously Britt scored and how well he was playing, it was brilliant for me, because I knew that there's a lot of things I could learn from him. And obviously the same with all the other strikers at the club as well. So yeah, I really, as soon as I came in, I was really looking forward to it.
What would you say is Britt's best quality as a striker?
he's got that unbelievable knack of being in the right place at the right time, every time, which is something that I think every strike. I think it's almost like a natural thing. He just seems to, like, even when we're doing a finishing today, he's in and around the box. He's deadly.
What's his worst?
He's not. He's not the most. How should I
Come on,
phrase
freedom
this?
of speech here. Freedom of
No,
speech.
it's just the thing is, like, as I said, obviously getting in the right place at the right time. Britt he loves scoring goals, and obviously that is sometimes at the detriment of me, because if he sees a goal, he's going to hit it. Simple as that. Even if you're in his face. Even if I'm a better. There was one at Colchester last year. Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. I'd made a burst through the middle about. It was quite late in the game. I think it was 0-0, and I'm absolutely busting a gut, and I'm screaming. But the thing is, it's not like he's ignorant or selfish. He just genuinely has that one-track mind that he just wants to score the goal, which obviously you can't knock him for that. So.
Now let's flip that to you. If that had been you, what would you have done?
He scored, to be fair. So. I was like, gone to scream at him after he shot at it.
Brett, what would you say is Connor's best attribute as a striker?
He bullies defenders. Like, no, literally, bullies defenders. Like, he's got a powerful shot. Remember that that volley that he scored? Who was it against? The one, I think we won for
Crewe.
Yeah, against Crewe. That goal and your goal at Shrewsbury.
Oh yeah.
Coming out with him now, isn't he?
Pace off. Man. I like watching Connor, man. That time when you scored 2 goals, but then I missed the penalty, man. I'm sorry, man.
What would you say is his worst attribute?
I don't know.
Probably same as you, to be fair.
Yeah. I think strikers all have the same thing.
Yeah.
They won't pass if they're in front of goal.
Well, it is greed in a sense, isn't it? But that's what you brought up on your strikers.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that out and out right to want to score, and if you don't shoot, you're not gonna score. I mean, looking back at the incident there that Connor mentioned, in hindsight, well, no, you scored. But in those sort of situations, are you going to look to pass more?
I don't think you should, to be honest.
I think if I've like got into the box, then it's an opportunity, innit? And sometimes you might not even get an opportunity in a game, like, so if it comes, you have to just try to take it.
I mean, how excited are you about next season? Because I mean, obviously you had a fantastic season last year, and to build on that, I suppose, is your next block. How excited are you for it just to start and get
I
away?
want this pre-season to just get over and done with, Sweating's hard, but obviously it's good for everyone, and obviously we want to try our best to get promoted this year. So I think the camp, like, the boys are looking good, everyone's looking sharp, everyone's looking fit, so I think we're going to go into this looking good.
And Connor, this is your first pre-season here with Posh, and that can only help you, can't it, for next season? Because obviously, you're coming in so late. I suppose if you look at what you achieved in that short amount of time, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah,
it was. I think it's always going to be tough to sort of move in January. I suppose that was my first season as a pro last year, so.
And a step up as well.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think it definitely showed. But to what I thought, I was getting better towards the end of the year, and I sort of gutted that the season ended, really. Sort of really wanted to kick on. Obviously I started a few games towards the end of the season, so like Britt says, I just want to get this pre-season over and done with and get into the sort of bread and butter of game after game after game. Yeah,
do you see this as a season, the opportunity to shine, to show exactly what you're made of? And there's no excuses now, is there? Because I mean, you've had your pre-season and you're at the club, you're now an established player with the football club. Do you see this as your time to grab the ball by the horns?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's been a really good pre-season so far. I'm feeling like I'm in good shape. All the running's been good, no injuries or anything like that, so I'm looking forward to trying to hit the ground running, really.